Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 of the Microphone Club. And I know last episode we said that we wouldn't take long breaks in between episodes. And then we took a 6 week break. But but we're back. School started up for the both of us, so it's been hard to just get time to record because we've actually needed to sleep. So now we can't record so late. But I look at the time and we are recording late anyway. So Malachi, what's up, bro?
Nothing much. I've been all right. I mean, not much like with the music scene has happened like in the past month or so. I mean, there's been a few albums that dropped that two albums I really enjoyed. But yeah, excited to talk about some hip hop today.
All right, so let's get it started off with. So we haven't talked about a couple things because it's been a while, and this is gonna be old
Mhm.
news to a few people, obviously. But um, let's start with the Big Sean album. Now there were a couple really good songs. I really liked the Detroit Cipher. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, how we got like everyone from that was from city of Detroit on that album.
Like Eminem, T
Very cool. Like
Grizzly,
Eminem,
Royce to
yeah,
5'9", 42
or Two
Doug.
Doug.
Yeah, my favorite rapper, 42 Doug. But yeah, it was a good album. He had the song with Post Malone I liked too. Don't remember what it's called, but it was good. Did he have a song with
Oh, Wolves.
yeah. Was there a song with Anderson Pack on there? I feel like there was.
Yes, guard your heart. That was my favorite song on that
That one's
album.
good too.
Was just Anderson .Paak, Early Mac, and I think Wale as well.
Yeah.
That
And
was a very
then
good song.
the two songs with Travis I obviously enjoyed. So
So yeah,
ZTFO
Lithuania.
and Lithuania two because there was a good album. I don't think it did well commercially, but I thought it was good.
I think it did pretty good, but not like nothing crazy.
I think people
But
expected Big
the main
Sean to do
take,
a little bit better,
yeah,
but the
the
main
main
take is
takeaway,
he's still good. He's still good.
and also the he got a lot of like the feature list is crazy. I mean, he has obviously his girlfriend Janae Aiko, Ty Dolla Sign, Nipsey Hussle,
Rest in peace.
Young Thug. There's a lot. Like, he also got Lil Wayne on a track, and also like a few interlude by Erica Badu, Stevie
Kabadu.
Wonder.
Like it's a
And,
pretty star-studded feature list, if we're being
yeah,
honest here. But I like the album. I thought it was a solid like 7 or 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it a lot.
a very
Which
solid album. Yeah.
which brings me to the other thing that happened. Another big thing in hip hop, or just hip hop culture, I guess, not like the music itself. Travis Scott's McDonald's meal, um, which we live in Canada, so we didn't get to try it, but like the memes were alive and well, you know. Um, See the thing, just to like just talk about it. Like Lil Yachty said, Travis has probably had the best 2020, and he hasn't dropped. He's dropped like 4 songs, and what he means is like just commercially and like influencing the game. Like you had the Fortnite collab, say what you want about it, you know, and then the McDonald's collab. Those are like two of the biggest companies in the world. So that's how he,
It's a
yeah,
it's a big business move as well. Like
yeah,
make
it's
a
huge.
lot of money. Like
I heard he got 500 grand from the Fortnite thing, which I thought wasn't enough for him. Like he's one of the biggest influencers in the world, but that's how he's been able to stay relevant. Like the memes and all that stuff keeps him relevant, even though he's not dropping. Which also brings me to the new single franchise. I don't know if you heard it yet.
yes, I have.
It's the good song, and then I didn't really like MIA's verse. I don't think she did this. The song, it's not like Travis and Young Thug usually assemble like Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, but like this was like um not as good as that. Um, it's like it was okay. The song kind of seemed like it was like glued together, not like properly put together. So it was okay, but like it's a good like hype track, I guess. And I guess that's what you're going for. But it was okay. And then there was the remix of that song with Future,
Yeah.
which was cool. I mean, Future, Young Thug, and Travis Scott on the same track's cool, I guess. But like, other than that, I'm just waiting for Travis to drop his album Utopia. We got 2 leaked songs with Bryson Tiller, one called Niagara Falls, and one's untitled. But like Bryson Tiller and Travis seem like a cool combo.
Well, I'm curious to see what direction he kind of goes with his music from this because we go with rodeo, and it was more like kind of rock influenced.
Yeah.
But then you go Astro is more like kind of like psychedelic rap.
And then Birds was like, kind of like a mix, like because
Yeah.
like people like the dark Travis and the psychedelic Travis. Because I personally like Rodeo's probably his consensus best album, but personally I enjoy Astroworld more just because of the vibe from it, and the features are just crazy. But like they all have very very good songs on them. But yeah, it's interesting what Utopia is what I guess what we're calling it is gonna be because it seemed like he's already like experimented with so many sounds, and with the hype of Astroworld, like Astroworld was like one of the most hyped albums ever. I feel like just overall like the influence
And
of it.
it lived up to its hype too.
Yeah, and the thing is like it's still like people like we had this numbers discussion last episode, right? Where we talk about how numbers don't matter, but like if your album is still doing numbers 2 years later, I guess in that sense numbers kind of do matter because people are still listening to your music like so much later. I read that it was like top 50 albums this year in units sold.
And it came out in 2018.
Yeah, which is crazy. It just shows how big his influence is. He's kind of taken like a little bit of drop because he hasn't dropped as great music as that. But I'm excited to see what the future holds for him.
I am too. And also he's still fairly young, so
He's like 29, I think, so he's got time. But yeah. So we were talking about Bryson Tiller. He dropped an album, which was cool. He also had the deluxe to Trap Soul. Have you heard those albums yet?
I haven't listened to the Trap Soul Deluxe, no.
The Trap Soul Deluxe had the Rambo remix with The Weeknd. Oh, that song was really good, bro. Holy shit, what a combo. But the Trap Soul album I enjoyed. I like the Drake song a lot. I forgot what it's called. I'm not good with these names of new album songs, but it was good. A lot of people were disappointed with how it did commercially. I think it sold like 60K units or 70K, but it also got overshadowed by obviously Savage Mode 2, because I'm pretty sure that album did like 170K first week.
I'm pretty sure, yes, something around that.
But yeah,
Sure.
Savage Mode 2, personally, I didn't think it was amazing as others. I thought it was good, don't get me wrong. But like, so, I guess 21 Savage isn't personally my favorite artist. I do like a lot of his songs. But I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really feel it too much. But I still thought it was a good
Well,
album.
I thought it was a like fairly solid. Like I'm not like super huge on trap music as much. Like I mean I like Young Thug a lot and I like but and 21 Savage is definitely one of my favorite trap artists for sure. But I really enjoyed this project. I don't think it's as good as Savage Mode and or even I Am Greater Than I Was, but I thought the production on this like Many Men was a great song. Like production is 10 out of 10.
Anytime someone samples Many Men, it's always good.
Yeah.
Like Pop Smoke did it, it was good. But I also agree because I feel like I enjoyed Not All Heroes Wear Capes more than this one. But I guess that's just kind of the vibe I like more. But yeah, and it was cool that they got Morgan Freeman to narrate the whole thing.
Yeah, like the sort of like the skits in between like moments on this album I thought were really cool as well.
Yeah.
Sort of like the story aspect of the album I thought that was also really cool.
Mhm.
Very like it's a solid overall solid project.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Some songs stood out. The one with Drake was pretty good. There's like Many Men, obviously you said was good, but yeah, very very good. I mean, when you get Metro Boomin and 21 Savage together, you know it's probably going to be a good project. It seems that every episode we're talking about this motherfucker Tory Lanez, and here
Every
we
time,
are.
like something new.
Here we are talking about him again. So let's discuss. He dropped this album called Daystar, which just gaslit Megan Thee Stallion and a bunch of other people, saying that he was innocent. And then a week later, he got charged. Now, don't get me wrong. I listened to Daystar. Not a terrible album. Not a terrible album. The content of the album, kind of weird, bro. Kind of weird. I don't know who goes through a legal matter and decides, let me drop an album discussing it. Because that's what my lawyers told me to do. No, they didn't, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, Tory Lanez said he was innocent. He didn't do it. There's two sides to the story. But I find myself believing Megan Thee Stallion more because she really has no reason to lie about this. She's like the biggest female rapper or like
Like
hip,
out, like right now, like
yeah,
one of
hip
the
hop
biggest
artists.
female
Yeah,
artists right now. Yeah,
personally,
no, but
yeah, personally, I don't listen to her music, but Tory Lanez, bro, why would you drop it out? And his album did terribly commercially. It sold like 30K
yeah,
units or some shit because nobody cares anymore, bro. Nobody cares. But anyway, just to wrap up this saga, I don't really want to talk about it again because it's annoying and it's a dude who shot a woman in the foot because he was too drunk. Like, okay, but
yeah.
anyway,
He said he was too drunk, then said he didn't do it. I don't know what.
yeah, I don't really get it either. But hey, man, you do you. Anyway, he got charged with shooting her and could face up to 22 years. But let's be real, he's a celebrity. He won't face anything unless you're like R. Kelly. But that's a whole other story. Yeah, fuck you, Tory Lanez. Your music's good, I guess. But like, I don't really find me listening to you that much. But yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, you're cool, bro.
But speaking of that for a second, do you think that we should? Because like you said, you thought the music was good, but you don't support Tory Lane necessarily. Do you think that like more people should be able to separate art from the artist?
It depends what the artist did.
Okay.
Like
So like what?
with Kanye, you can do that because Kanye didn't do anything like, you know, I guess he technically supported Trump, but we don't know what's going on in his head. So I don't know. Kanye's still a great musician. R. Kelly, don't listen to his music, okay? Don't do that, cause it's messed up. Tory Lanez, don't listen to his. He's an interesting case. It's hard. Chris Brown, I probably wouldn't listen to his music. I'm not the biggest Breezy fan either, but like, I guess they've made amends, but I don't know if that makes the situation okay.
Depends how you look at it, but
It's iffy because he still had that song with Drake, which was pretty good. Who are some other artists that have been canceled? I mean, Cardi B. I'm not gonna listen to her anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's yeah.
well, I mean, if it's something the artist did like in the past, like 10 years ago, and then now you're trying to bring it up something, but then again, kind of does depend on what they did, like, but
there's
I
like
guess-
there's like a line because, as I said, Kanye is interesting because I'm gonna listen to Kanye. There I can separate the two, but if it's like R. Kelly, they go together because of what he's done, which is all really fucked up.
So basically, depending on what they do, it could be harder to actually separate the art.
Yeah,
from the
because
artist.
Kanye hasn't really done anything fucked up. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
true.
genuinely to other people. But R. Kelly, on the other hand, he did some messed up things. Tory Lanez, some messed up things. But yeah, even like, I feel like in an interesting case of this is Michael Jackson, because there was all those like stuff that came out that apparently he was a pedophile, but like it was proved that he wasn't. But like that stays with you, you know, if you're accused, and if there's like legitimate accusations to that, which is all interesting. But yeah, with Michael Jackson, I believe he was proved innocent, like perfectly fine, but then he died, so that's a whole other theory.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But anyway, still gonna listen to Michael Jackson. He's like the greatest of all time. But yeah, that's a really hard case because it depends who you listen to, what they do, what they've done, and maybe to some people it matters how good their music is, right? Like,
That's true.
I don't think it'd be hard for people to stop listening to. I guess, for example, let's say Drake. For example, if Drake did what Tory Lanez did, you think his numbers would go down? Maybe by a little bit.
But but Drake's Drake's influence is way bigger than Tory Lanez.
Drake
so-
is like worldly. Tory Lanez is like Toronto.
Yeah, but then you also look at like someone like 6ix9ine, like.
Oh my
not only
God,
is he-
6ix9ine.
is he a-
First of all, with 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine's the worst case because his music fucking sucks. Okay, he makes like his beats are crazy, bro. Whoever's producers, I don't know who it is a god. But yeah, 6ix9ine, don't listen to his music because it's bad for one, and second of all, he's a fucked up motherfucker. Okay, he's done some messed up stuff. Oh, you know what? That makes me want to talk about Charlemagne, bro. Like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? These memes that have come out lately, bro. What is he talking about? When like J-Lo was on the show and he's like, "When you leave, I'ma sniff your chair," and then there's a video of him sniffing the chair. bro. And when he asked Logic that question, that's fucked up, bro. And then he straight up asked 6ix9ine, it's like, are you a sexual predator? Like, what? Charlemagne, bro, are you good? Or like, there was who was on his show that he was like, I'd suck a fart out of your bum, bro. What? What are you talking? What are you talking about, my G?
Well, I think like for Charlemagne, like he does have a big like influence on the hip hop community in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of people that are seeing the memes now, like they're gonna see him like, well, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with him? Like, he's very out of very out of pocket. But
some of the memes are funny though. Like it's like Spider-Man. It's like, who the hell killed your uncle? I don't know, brother. That's like, or it's like Batman. Who the hell killed your parents? Those are kind of funny. But like Charlemagne, you're kind of weird, bro. I know you're not gonna see this ever. But like you're fucked up. Another dude that's kind of funny is Academics. Academics is just one dumbass motherfucker, bro. That's so funny. But like, yeah, fucking Academics. But that's cool. Drake, as we were talking about before, has been teasing this album, since like ever. But yeah, Drake, drop your album, bro. It's crazy. I know there was a couple things you want to talk about, right, Malachi?
Yeah, there are a few things. So not recent TDE signing. He signed with TDE a few years back, but Reason, he dropped his debut project or his first like major project under the label. I gave it a listen, like my first ever listen to him, and I actually really enjoyed the project. He gets a lot of comparisons to like Big Sean and a few other like rappers that people sort of like to view as corny, even though like it doesn't make sense to me. But I really enjoyed this project. Storytelling was great. He has the feature list. Like some of my favorite artists were on it. You got Isaiah Rashad and JID on the same track. You got Rhapsody. You got Vince Staples. I thoroughly enjoyed this project, and I was also very I wasn't expecting it to be that good, and it was great. And it's still my rotation. Like it came out I think last week or last Friday, and it's still my rotation right now. So
what's it called? Project. What's it called?
It's called New Beginnings.
New Beginnings by Reason. Malachi recommends everybody.
Yeah. So
give it a listen. Was there anything else you wanted to?
So yeah. Also on Twitter, Dreamville's been teasing a new JID tape, new JID and Jay Versace tape. And I'm excited for that. Jay Versace, obviously, I don't think many people are familiar with him, but he used to be a pretty famous Viner.
Yeah, right. That's how I remember him. I didn't know he was an artist. I didn't know he was an artist.
No, he's a producer.
Oh, he's a producer.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, and I've never listened to anything produced by him, but I was listening to some of the snippets and I was like, wow, those beats were crazy. So yeah. I'm like very excited for like if this project actually, artists always tease stuff and then it never drops. Mm-hmm. So, but I'm hoping, but like they have like I heard a few snippets. There were like multiple, like I think 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited. It actually drops. So.
Another thing we wanted to discuss was so Logic has been in the news lately. So obviously he's retired. But let me break down this story. So a few things have been going with him. So there's this dude named Silas, who was signed to his Bobby Boy Records record label, I guess. And he was apparently accused of talking or soliciting pictures from underage girls. But yeah, so there's been a lot of stuff about that. He made his like a live statement yesterday. I watched it. Basically, he said what he said. If you want to watch it, go watch it yourself. I'm not trying to entertain that kind of stuff here, but it's just an interesting story because the story behind Silas is he's like one of Logic's best friends or better friends, I guess, who grew up in the same place he did in Maryland. And like he saw the come up, and then Logic signed him. He had a verse on Celebration on No Pressure.
Yep.
But yeah, and that was the only feature, I guess, aside from Andre 3000, who was technically featured, but he just said some stuff. But yeah, so that's that. Every time Logic has been tweeting, a lot of fans have been telling him to make a statement, but he hasn't really. I guess the statement was that. I don't really know about that. But to move on, he's also been in a huge beef with his own record, with the record label he's signed to. So basically, from what I understand, the problem here is Logic has another album left on his deal, and he retired, right? And apparently, Def Jam just isn't paying any of his like colleagues or friends or anybody. Like his producer Six hasn't got paid. His DJ Rhetoric hasn't got paid. A lot of his friends haven't got paid. That he said, and like a bunch of people know hasn't got paid. And he's made a bunch of tweets calling out his record label about this. Like he's tagged them in tweets, made Instagram posts. He even teased that he might just drop another album just to get out of the deal, so like he can get this over with. So that's interesting. I feel like it's kind of a sad problem that so many artists have to go to battle against their own record label, right? Because when you're a young and up and coming artist, the record labels like to take advantage of you, right? Because you're young, you're up and coming. You have no money, and then they give you this piece of paper that promises you millions of dollars, but you realize that you kind of lose your creative control in a sense.
Yeah, like I think so. There was a song on Reason's album that he talked about this. I thought it was like perfect. It was called Fall, and he talked about how record labels for female artists and male artists like really take away the creative process from them, and often with the female artists they sexually exploit them in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And for male artists, like they end up like becoming like they use drugs to really like exploit them as well. Like and I thought it was a really interesting song and very relevant to this situation as well.
It's kind
like,
of yeah. It makes you realize how fucked up the music industry is in all things considered. Because when Kanye goes on those rampage tweets about the labels and how like you really don't own any of your songs, which is so weird to think about. But it's interesting that Kanye talks about that because sometimes Kanye says stuff that actually does make sense, like talking about how labels own you, like you don't like you're a slave to your record label. It's like the thing with Frank Ocean, right? Like he wanted to get out of his record deal, so he dropped an album, and then dropped another one the next day, right? Just get out of his label. It's interesting. A lot of people talk about that. I feel like there was like that also happened with. I don't know if that happened with Lil Uzi Vert. Something about that with Eternal Atake.
Oh, there was like the whole thing where he couldn't just drop.
Like they weren't letting him. Yeah, they weren't letting him drop it. They just weren't letting him do it. And with that, because it's so weird how these artists don't like get to drop their own music. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Playboi Carti. Maybe he just doesn't want to drop it, or it's not done. I don't know. All the leaks
are also like the people keep leaking his stuff.
Yeah,
it's kind
like,
of hard for him.
Bro, it's like this guy's just a faucet, bro. He's leaking everything. It's crazy. But yeah, it's the battle between record labels and artists is way worse than it should be. I know we make fun of Russ because he's like, oh, I'm independent. I produce my own songs. I distribute my own songs. That's cool, Russ. We get it, bro. But, like he did say that like the reason he went independent is because of all the stories here about record labels. Because when like say for example like you have a kid grew up in the hood, grew up in the streets, was broke his whole life, all that stuff, and then finally like a record label sees he has talent and is like, oh, let's give him money because like any money to him is a lot, right? Because he never had anything growing up, so they can easily take advantage of these artists because they see this big sum of money and they're like, oh, why wouldn't I do this? I help my family, I help myself, I help my friends that have been there with me my whole life. Why wouldn't I do this? But then, as you go deeper through it, you realize they take away all the things you wanted to do as an artist. Now, a lot of people look at it like, you have the money, why complain? But it's still like your art, right? It's your job. Something you want to do. Like, if someone was controlling you your whole life about, like, and you were getting, like, you were getting nice money, but, like, it doesn't feel, for some people, it doesn't feel right because you want to be doing what you want to do.
But I also feel like, more artists should start making their own record label. I know it's hard, but like more artists should really become the president of labels themselves. Like artists like Jay-Z, how he's sort of owns his record label and is able to manage because he's an artist himself, so he knows what it's like and what's good and what's bad, and and you know that the art is more important to him. Yeah. So.
Now see the problem. Some of the problems with that is, it's like. It's technically their own record label, but really because they're associated with the other record label. Yeah, it's like Bobby Boy Records is associated with Def Jam, And Travis
Mhm.
Scott's Cactus Jack Records, I think it's good music, but I don't.
I'm pretty sure it is good. I'm pretty sure Travis under good music. Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
I don't
I'm pretty
entirely
sure.
remember.
I'm pretty sure he is under good music. But
Yeah,
then like the Cactus Jack, it's
it's
underneath that.
it's his label, but it's technically, if you look at the hierarchy, right, it's still owned by Good Music, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing with record labels.
We got. Okay, so that's everything except for favorite years in music.
Oof, I'm not very good at remembering years of when stuff dropped.
Well,
2015, 2015,
okay, yeah.
really good year. I don't, I know, I know Rodeo dropped, and there was What a Time to Be Alive
Wait,
that year.
yeah, no. Was it What Time to Be Alive or if you're reading this is too if no was it if you're reading this too late? I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember, but that year was crazy. Um,
Oh, The Incredible True Story.
yep. Um,
There's
there
a
was
lot.
so many good albums. Like it was just like there was a good couple years in a row. 2019 I didn't think was that good for music. It wasn't the best.
No, 2019 wasn't but 2020 has been pretty good.
Oh, for sure, right? But talking about 2015, you had To Pimp a Butterfly. Um,
Hmm.
if you're reading this is too late, you had Shrem Life. What a Time to Be Alive. Dream. The fucking Meek Mill album. I forgot what it's called. Dreams Worth More Than Money. Yeah.
Dreams. Yeah.
Um, Rodeo, Travis Scott, Barter Six. Like, it's a incredible true story, as you said. It's just Fetty Wap's album dropped that year too. And then we talking about Fetty Wap. He ran the rap game back then, bro.
He did. He did.
That's all I'm
He
saying.
did.
But yeah, 2015 was a
2015
crazy
a great
year.
year. I think 2016 as well was also a great year for music. We had Starboy. Is that what it's called?
The Weekend, I think so.
Starboy. Oh yeah. We had this bunch like TD actually dropped that year. We got
Life of
Schoolboy Q's album.
Pablo. Life of Pablo. Coloring Book by Chance. Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight. Views, Drake. Views was one of the most hyped albums ever.
That's facts. It really was.
Shrem Life 2. For Your Eyes Only. The hell? It's Jeffrey. Like, this was a really good year as well. And there's just so many bangers. And that year just had a good vibe to it, you know? The first Savage Mode came out there. Yeah. But yeah, 15 and 16 were really good. 2020 is looking to be an amazing year too. Like, just thinking about it, like you had it started like I feel like it really kicked off with Uzi and Eternal Take. We also had Alfredo, Freddie Gibbs, which a lot of
Yeah,
people.
so After Hours by Weekend as well.
You had Pop Smoke, Juice World, both dropped their posthumous albums, which were very good.
Oh, Circles, Mac Miller as well.
Yep. As we just said, Big Sean's album dropped. You also had
Logic's.
No Pressure. A lot of really like good music dropped this year. It was a good year. I mean, what else were they gonna do, right? Perform? No. And yeah,
That's
dude,
true.
if we get Drake and Travis this year, bro, this could be like the best year ever.
It could. It could. We also had they're teasing it, saying J. Cole is planning to drop for the end of the year.
He ain't dropping shit, bro. That's easy. Bro, okay, if let's, I feel like you'd answer this with Kendrick, but like I feel like a good question for people, like say it like like new Music Friday, right? Thursday or like Friday 12 a.m. new albums drop. Like what if Travis, Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole all dropped on the same night?
That would like the internet would. I don't know if Spotify would work.
Nah, bro, that shit would
Spotify
crash,
might
dog.
They might not work.
I feel like most people would probably listen to Kendrick first. Kendrick or Cole.
So wait, so you said Drake, Cole, Kendrick,
Travis.
and Okay, I'd probably listen. Well, it's been a minute since Kendrick dropped.
16, and I guess Black Panther album.
Yeah. Well, 20. Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, first his last album was 2017, but
Damn.
2018.
Yeah.
2018 had the Black Panther thing.
Cole had KOD, and
Yeah,
Revenge of the Dreamers technically.
So yeah, so they're both kind of the same boat. Like they have like a kind of a collab tape with like
Yeah,
other
people just
artists,
want
and
their
then-
solo albums, and like they haven't
Yeah.
heard from them in a while. But like Drake hasn't dropped. I guess Dark Lane demo tapes, but like that was a million
But
albums.
those are like kind of throwaways.
No, it was just
Like, not-
a
like-
compilation of just random songs. Like
Yeah,
there was no like
Yeah, but like when like
substance to it. But then from him, the last album was Scorpion, which was 2018, I believe. So, yeah, that'd be nice. And then Travis had 2018 as well, which was Astroworld, and I guess Jack Boys, which is a collab album. So a lot of these dudes have done collab albums and solo albums.
So
but like,
yeah.
Say all four of those guys drops. Who do you think gets #1 next week?
I don't know.
I think it'd be Drake.
It'd probably be Drake because like
He's Drake.
By far the most commercial success. Then okay, aside from Drake, who between Travis?
Ooh, that's a close one, bro. I think Kendrick would go second though.
I don't know. I feel like.
You think Travis could go second?
I don't. Okay, like I would say, if Kendrick were to drop earlier this year, would people are saying would he outsell The Weeknd? I don't think so. I don't think he'd even come close.
Would Kendrick out? No, nobody's outselling The Weeknd.
Yeah, no, right? But then now. I don't know.
Travis. Okay, so commercially, the top tier commercially rap artists, Drake and The Weeknd, they're always gonna sell like 500, like an insane amount of units. Okay, but then the second tier, I feel you get to Travis, Cole, and Kendrick. Like they're like the second tier of commercially successful. Maybe Kanye back then. People won't listen to Kanye as much anymore.
No, probably not as much now. But
Uzi's probably second tier as well.
Yeah.
Cardi would sell. Cardi would sell. Playboy Cardi
would go platinum. Oh, she would break the like a record probably. I don't know. Like,
wait, you're talking about Cardi B or Playboy Cardi?
No, Cardi B.
I'm talking about Playboy Cardi.
No. Playboy Cardi wouldn't sell that much.
He'd sell, bro. He'd sell.
No, but Cardi B would sell a lot.
Oh, Cardi B's always gonna sell. Cause she's mainstream.
Yeah.
And she had that nip slip. But hey.
But I don't know who would come second. That's a good question.
Hey, if you're watching, leave in the comments who you think, or like rank them yourself, 1 to 4. Who would sell the most week 1? Drake, Travis, Cole, or Kendrick? Rank them 1 to 4. If you had to rank them, I think Drake is consensus #1. Nobody's outselling.
Okay, so aside from Drake, who's coming second? That's basically the battle for first, because like nobody's
outselling Drake.
So who's coming?
That's such a hard choice because right now Travis has so much hype, but people want Kendrick and Cole to drop so bad.
Especially with like everything going on this year, like they know like
they want to know what they have to say.
Yeah,
it's weird because now people kind of don't like J. Cole anymore. Like they've turned on him a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have turned on him a bit, but not to the point where it's like people hate his music, but definitely like haven't been like bumping him like that. I don't think.
Yeah, but, probably not. That's a crazy because first of all, Travis is so different from Kendrick and Cole. So
yeah, they're all three of them. Like they're very different from each other.
Yeah. So. Kendrick and Cole are different stylistically, but you still put them in like the lyrical storytelling content.
Oh, how about this question? Which album out of those 4 albums, which album would have the most hits?
Travis. I'd go Travis.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good question too.
Either Travis or Drake. Because those guys just constantly put out hits, right?
Yeah. How many? Okay, yeah, that's true.
That's not even a diss to Cole or Kendrick because they could put out hits too. But I just feel like the mainstream, because I feel like more people would listen to a Travis Scott album than like a J. Cole album, right? If someone like
for sure.
Like if you just saw someone on the street where like you want to listen to a Travis Scott album or you want to listen to a J. Cole album, they're gonna pick the Travis Scott album because for most likely, he's just more mainstream. I feel like that's not saying J. Cole isn't mainstream because he's mainstream, but Travis is more mainstream.
Yeah. Huh. That's all right. That's a good question.
It's tough, right?
Yeah.
Because those four could drop this year. I don't see all 4 of them dropping this year.
If they were to drop on the same day, that wouldn't happen. But if it does,
that'd be Christmas for hip hop fans.
Okay, that would be like one of like the crazy. You know, they always do like craziest moments in hip hop.
Yeah,
that would be like one of the craziest moments.
But there'd be like an anniversary every year.
Bro,
like it'd be crazy.
Oh man, that'd be insane.
That'd be so much fun too. Like, bro, you literally sit in your room for like 4 hours and just listen to like Cole, Kendrick, Travis, and Drake. That'd be sick. But yeah,
oh man.
Leave in the comments or tweet us who you think would sell the most if you're watching this. But yeah, anything else you want to talk about? We were gonna do more unpopular opinions, but I don't really have any more.
Yeah, I can't.
Here's one.
I can't really think of any.
I want to discuss this actually with you. Okay, a lot of people say TikTok is bad for the music industry. I think it's the best thing ever.
You think it's the best thing ever? Right?
Yeah.
Why?
Let me explain. Okay, so for new artists especially, say you want a song to be popular, right? All you gotta do is make it somewhat popular on TikTok. And also, Pop Smoke dropped in July, okay? His album is projected to be #1 next week. #1. Wanna know why? TikTok. TikTok made artists like Mood Swings, that song blew up. After Party, Don Toliver, that song blew up. No Idea, TikTok put Don Toliver on bare.
Well, no, but you make a really good point because you're looking at it from a different perspective.
A lot of people say like it gets annoying, bro. You're just on TikTok too much.
That's true. Like, I mean, I don't use TikTok personally, so for me, it doesn't annoy me. But I see a lot of people just always like complain about TikTok because
TikTok ruined it, bro. TikTok helped the artist. If you like the artist, you like TikTok. They're supporting each other. Like,
that's true.
Like the Lemonade, Don Toliver, Nav, and Playboi Carti, my favorite artists. That song went platinum recently because of TikTok. That's why I think TikTok is one of the best recent things to happen to the whole music industry. Some fuck shit songs go platinum because of TikTok, bro. Like that's why like a lot of people don't like it, but if you like the artist, you want their song to be on TikTok.
I also put Baby Keem on for a bit. Like he had what song was it? Was it called Orange Soda?
Something like that.
Yeah,
like that Lil Mosey song blew up. That what's that? Remember that like Nice Guys finished last song? I forgot.
Yeah.
Like that song blew up, bro. And before that song, nobody knew who that guy was, bro. I'm telling you, the TikTok is one of the greatest things to happen to music ever because so many people this happened to me a few times, bro. I'm scrolling through TikTok, right? I hear a song I like. I go to Spotify. I listen to the whole song. It's in my playlist now because I like it and I found it from TikTok. Now, for a lot of people, some songs are already mainstream. Like After Party by Don Toliver was already pretty big, but it goes on to TikTok. All of a sudden, it goes platinum, right? And Don Toliver is by no means the biggest artist, but also you have Travis is putting him on, right? But still, you need something like TikTok or social media because we live in a social media world, and TikTok is the #1 thing in social media. So if your song gets big on TikTok, you become a bigger artist. That's my thoughts.
So if you're an aspiring artist, just get your song trending on TikTok.
Get your friends to post it on TikTok, bro. Just get your song big. And so many artists have blown up because they've gotten a TikTok hit. Like some of these fuckers I didn't even know. But now they're huge because of TikTok. So stop disrespecting TikTok, bro. It's helping out your favorite artists. Why are you gatekeeping? You want your artists to be good.
Exactly. We talked about that too. But
I don't understand that.
Annoying.
I don't understand that. Oh, every comment section. TikTok ruined the song, bro. Bro, you're scrolling too much. Or you're looking at it. You're looking at it wrong. Mainstream songs can still be good. Okay. Like you don't have to 100%. Hate. You don't have to hate Sicko Mode because it was played on the radio every day. Sicko Mode is a beautiful song if you break it down. 3 beat switches, fucking 18 times platinum, bro. How does a song with no chorus go platinum?
He's asking the real questions here.
That's what I'm saying. But anyway, I think we covered everything. Just something that came to my head randomly, because people love gatekeeping their favorite artist. Ooh, we talked about that. Ooh, I listened to him first. I don't care. I really don't care. If you listen to him now, I listen to him now. Let's listen to him together, okay? I don't give a shit if you're listening to Travis during Days Before Rodeo or you're listening to him in Jack Boys. We both like him, okay? Or if you found Kendrick,
put me on Logic.
That's what I'm saying,
put
bro.
Me on Logic back in like 2018.
I'm not gonna be like, oh Malaka, you didn't listen to him before I did, so I don't care, bro. We listen to him together. It's like Kendrick fans. If you're like, oh, bro, the humble fans won't find us here. Who cares, my guy? But anyway, just to wrap this up here, some news about the podcast we were talking about before we started. We were thinking of expanding this just from because I don't know how long this podcast has been. Maybe 40 minutes, half an hour, something like that. But there's other stuff we want to talk about that isn't just hip hop, just about our lives, sports, and our friends. So we were thinking of just expanding it to more of like just a general just talk podcast. But obviously, we're gonna discuss hip hop, Bear, because we both love the rap game. But but yeah, so let us know your thoughts on that. I think you'd like it. We have a bunch of friends that would be cool to bring on. But yeah. Thank you all for listening. We hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Retweet this if you really liked it. Send it to your friends. And if you hated it, dislike it, bro. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Also, remember to support your friends' music.
Yes.
That's it.
Even
your
if
friends are making music.
Even if it's bad. Post it on your story. Post it on your story. That's the least you could do.
It's important. It's important. Trust me. It's important.
That's what they want to do. Okay. Support your friends. If they're your true friends, you'll support them for what they want to do, and then hopefully they'll support you back. Otherwise, fuck them, right? But yeah, this podcast started just because I was like, me and Malachi were just talking about the Logic album. I was like, bro, why don't we just start a podcast and talk about it? And now we're on episode 4. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Before we just some housekeeping stuff. Black Lives Matter. Talk about this again. Just saying it. Because if you're stupid if you think they don't listen to my podcast. If you think they don't follow me on Twitter. Don't interact with me because I don't want to interact with you. Nor does Malachi. Okay, you're a fucking idiot. Anyway, we appreciate you listening. As I said before, like, share, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. Listen to us on Spotify. It's not on Apple Music yet. Not Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, and I don't know why, but it's on every other podcast place. But yeah, thank you all for listening. We'll catch you all later.
All right, peace out.